I'm Cheesy Overlord 27, and today I am going to be talking about the life of O from Home. Um, um, so what I'm going to be doing in this video is talking about all the different features, explaining a few things, and also what I hypothesize of what his job was on the ship, and a little side note of the Gorg. Yeah. Oh, and before I begin, two things: subscribe, bell icon. You guys know what that means. And also, there are going to be spoilers, so just heads up if you're going to see that, see the movie. The species of O is called Boov. Boov have 6 stubs for feet, 2 hands, which have 4 fingers, 3 here and 1 thumb. 4 fingers. Their anatomy is very unique, I would say. If they are swimming, they have a propulsion motion like of a squid or an octopus. They smell through their ears, which are sort of like tentacles, I would say. They have 5 teeth, 2 uvulas, I think in the back of your throat. That's what I meant. Their tongues are quite big. I would say the size of 2 football. They are very heavy and very stumpy. I'm guessing they have like a compound anatomy. All the skeleton is squished together, so is all the organs, all the important stuff. The behavior of Boov, it's antisocial, I would say, for most until the end of the movie, but you guys would find out later. What was I? Okay. So Boov have emotions just like us. However, their emotions you can sort of see. They have white, which is in shock, I would say. When I watched the movie a little bit recently, whenever they turned white, they were in shock or really surprised, I would say. Yellow is nervousness or scared. Red is obviously mad. Blue is obviously sad as well. Green is for lying, which I find very interesting. What else? Oh yeah, orange, I would say, is cheerfulness, happiness. Pink is, you're probably going to say, obviously pink is love, but I would slightly disagree. I think it's, emotional. Not emotional, having close feelings with that person. I'm not sure what the right word is. Comment down below what you think that word is, and I might remember. So pink is sort of like how they, sort of a love sort of thing, but more like I'm not exactly sure what the word is, but okay. Their skin, I'd say, is vibration sensitive. What I mean is, I noticed throughout the film, if one of the Boov gets smacked, there was like a rippling effect, like if you threw a stone in water. So their skin picks up sound waves or vibrations, and that's also a theory I have. That's why they can uncontrollably dance, because of the music has vibrations and it constantly moves their body. So they have no choice but to dance until the music's over, which the sound waves stop, and then they can move freely. Boov are also very unique. Some are regular ones. They have the original stance of regular Boov, just like the standard, and I'll explain the 3 main Boov, I would say. The regular Boov have them in sort of a swirl shape for their tentacles with the smell. And I think there's also sensors as well. I couldn't exactly tell. I just bear with me. So regular Boov are, as I described. Then I think higher class Boov I'm not 100% sure about it, but I think a little higher class. Like they're like an anarchy, like the like the like the beggar, the regular, the the royal, and so on. Well, I think they're like a little more high class. That's what I mean. Like I notice they have some tentacles as well on their face for higher class Boov. Boov have floating technology and a sort of acidic technology, I would say. From the beginning of the movie, they show red bubbles that dissolve walls completely. So I'm guessing they sort of have figured out a way to make acid weapon. So now to Boo's background, sort of say. The Boo rules are that you can only make 9 mistakes and you're out. And the reason, in the movie, he says he had made 62 mistakes. The only reason I think he was not kicked out was because he was an engineer for the ship. And the reason I'm saying this is because he was very technologically advanced. Like how he fixed the car up very well and made it hover out of literally just gas station parts. I don't know why I keep looking there. And another thing is he knew Gorg's super chip he found in the ending of the movie. And I'm guessing that because he must have known the technology from the engine room. And I noticed he was in lots of corridors in the very beginning sequence when everyone was like, oh, well, that's how he got it. Well, never mind about that. So I think he was an engineer. I think he was the head engineer for the engine because he seemed like he was doing. He made his own password. It was unique. So I think engineers would have to be a little bit clever, or he was the only engineer on the ship. So I'm a little bit confusing, but you sort of get my idea. The Gorg is just a bit of a side note. I think the Gorg sort of have I haven't watched much of him. All I can tell you is I believe they're aquatic alien sort of creatures. They sort of have sensitivity like our fingers, but like more in pads. And sort of in the shape of starfish, as you could see. And I think how their lifespan works is that one lifespan starts. Then at one certain point, I don't know when, they make millions of copies of themselves into one container. That way it won't be their next age. So they would start all over. The reason I'm saying this is because the Gorg was the last of his kind and all the rest were in this little egg. So I'm guessing when one thing died out, that way it was a controlled species. They didn't overpopulate. I thought that was that's a reasonable. Just a bit about real quick. What I would think is the smarter. Oh yeah, I forgot about 2 other Boo. I'm sorry if I missed out on that. So higher ranking Boo have the tentacles on the face, and like the Captain Smek has his tentacles weird, but I won't get into that. There was one other type of Boov I noticed, and those were the big brain Boov, massive thinkers. I was a little interested that O is not a big thinker. I think he was more of an inventor. That's why it made him lower. I think he was on the verge, but something happened maybe. Just so you know, this is all just off the movie. Yeah, just feel free to buy that anywhere. Where they sell movies. Most likely they'll have them somewhere. Where was I? Yeah. So Big Brain Boov, I think their brains are in sections, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But when it's thinking, it expands and sucks back in. Because the brain, when I noticed when they were thinking, there was lots of lumps when they were thinking like. So I was guessing maybe their brains were expanding, but in awkward position. I'm sorry, never mind. Scratch that. Ignore what I just said the last 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. 34. What else? Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Yes, Captain Smack, I think, was more cowardice than others. I would like to know like what sort of planet they were on. I'm guessing it was sort of like Earth because they clearly can be able to survive in water pretty well. Because in the movie, when O jumps out of the car, he lands in the water. It's about like midday, afternoon, maybe at like noon. Let's just say noon, and then like it was like the middle of the night, so like about midnight. Like it was like very clear sky. So my guess is Boov can hold their breaths up to 12 hours. So they must have been aquatic, like aquatic creatures, and that's probably also how they knew the Gorg because they were also aquatic. I'm guessing they hold their breath longer though. I haven't seen them in water, so I couldn't really say. But I'm guessing they were more of a sea. Never mind. Okay, so that's all I can think about right now. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'm thinking about possibly making a series of this of character breakdowns, like sort of telling you like what species they are, what sort of job they had, and sort of the story of the character. That's about it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, if you want to, sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.